Hi everybody, and welcome to the Doug Woods Show. I'm DJ Foster, joined by Grand Valley State head softball coach Doug Woods. Doc, thanks for joining me this week, as always.
Thank you.
Well, bittersweet news. Your season's now over after a nice run throughout the GVSU tournament, or the GVSU regular season, the tournament, the postseason. You hosted the NCAA Regional this past weekend, which is obviously a great achievement, great accomplishment for your girls. You end up going 1-2 on the weekend in the little 4-team tournament. What were your overall thoughts just on this past weekend, the couple of games that you played?
Well, of course, you'd like to have a better run in the regional tournament than what we had, but as I told our players afterwards, you know, there's 64 teams that get in, and there's only going to be one team that doesn't end on a loss. So, think back on the season and on how we did. 45 wins, regular season conference champs for the GVSU. That hasn't happened since 2004. But we would have liked to made a little bit better showing in the regional tournament.
On Friday, you opened up against St. Joseph's, a team you played earlier in the season. You split with. You lost 4-1. They scored 3 runs in the second inning, kind of opened it up there, and you were playing catch-up for the rest of the game. And St. Joseph's ended up getting the 3-run victory, 4-1. Tanya Calkins went 2 for 3. Brianna Taylor drove in your only run. You only had 5 hits. St. Joe's really seemed like they were on a mission the rest of the, or starting in that game and then the rest of the tournament. What were your thoughts on the opening game?
Well, you know, we played them before here and split with them in a doubleheader, so I thought we'd be in good shape. But boy, we just didn't hit their pitching very well. A little bit different type pitcher as starter, a little bit slower than we used to with some movement, and we didn't make very good adjustments on her. And they got just enough. I thought Hannah pitched well, but they got just enough off Hannah, to beat us.
The loss put you against Bellarmine on Saturday in your first game. You win that 5-4. It was kind of a back-and-forth game. You led 2-0. They took a 3-2 lead on a goofy play, which you can talk about. And then Katie Martin came up clutch as she always has been, especially this year. A 3-run homer to give you a 5-3 lead at that point. Bellarmine added a run in the 7th. In an interesting 7th inning with the rain coming down, Hannah Santora did a great job getting through that. Basically just throwing a wet ball every time she throws it. 7 innings pitched for her. She only gave up 5 hits, 2 earned runs. She struck out a career high 9. That was kind of lost during the whole shuffle. But Nellie Casola was 4 for 4, and Katie Martin went 2 for 4 with 3 RBI. So that got you the 5-4 win over Bellarmine and kept you going later in the day against Ashland. But talk about the win over Bellarmine.
Yeah, that was a great win, as you said. The game went back and forth. We're up, and then they score 3. Basically, it was raining. We had a chance to go to third. They scored a run. We had a chance to go to third to try to get a girl out who was trying to advance on that. Ball's slippery. It goes out to left field. Our left fielder had been over towards center because that's where the hit came from. Didn't get back in time to back it up, and they scored 2 more on that. Took a 3-2 lead on that. So, boy, you're down a little bit, but then we get a couple people on, and Katie Martin at bat, and just a great at bat, worked it, and then just slammed it over the fence, put us up. And as you said, we were the visitors, so the rain seemed to get harder as the game went on. So you get to the bottom of the 7th, Hannah's having trouble a little bit holding on to the ball. They get a run, and we hurriedly got a towel out to her, so stick it in her back pocket, keep the hand dry, and she worked out of that inning. And we got the win. Yeah, it was a great performance by her and a good gritty victory for your team. But then the way the bracket worked out, you had to come back about 30 minutes later, after a little bit of a rain delay, I guess I should say. And then you went against Ashland, who you had played earlier in the season, and it was a matchup between the 2 pitchers on the all-GLIAC first team, and Hannah Santora for Grand Valley and Emily Canarum for Ashland. And Ashland got a little bit better of you in this one, 3-0, ending your season. Canarum only gave up 3 hits and struck out 12. She was on a mission, it seemed like. Hannah pitched well, though, only gave up 3 runs on 7 hits. Yeah. Again, it was a good pitcher's duel, but Ashland got the better of you in this one. Yeah, Canarum just she dominated us, to be flat out truthful about it. We didn't do much against her at all. Her rise ball, I thought, was the best I'd seen it. We've seen her a couple times during the season, but boy, she had that moving. And would sort of set us up and then go outside, and we'd either take it for a strike 3 or wave at it. So we didn't match up with her very well on that day, and that sort of spelled our demise.
Doc, we talk about the season overall. You kind of mentioned some things earlier on. 45 wins are the 6th most ever in school history, 45-15. You went 24-8 in conference play, and you won the regular season title. You had a lot of stellar individual seasons. Nelly Casola, Katie Martin, Breonna Taylor all kind of rewrote the record book. Their names are forever etched in there. Hannah Santora had a great year pitching and really developed into a number one starter for you. You lose 4 seniors, but you bring a lot of your starting lineup back next year. So kind of wrap up this season and forecast what it looks like for next year.
Right. I mean, we're going to miss the seniors. They gave us great leadership this year, but when you stay in coaching for a while, it happens every year. You lose your seniors. You sure as heck don't want to. But we do have a lot of good juniors and sophomores returning with that as the people you have mentioned and what they've done, and we hope they continue that in the future. And one of the big things you said, Hannah Santora seemed to develop this year. I think she stood out and made great strides from her first year with us. I think she was 23 wins or something on the season. Mm-hmm. That's pretty darn good. Yeah. And we're bringing in 5 freshmen next year, and we hope that they're going to help us out too. We think we have a mix. We've got an outfielder, we've got a power hitter, we've got another girl who I think can fill in utility-wise, could pitch if we need her. We have a pitcher and a catcher bringing in, so we're going to hope that those 5 are going to complement the players returning, and hopefully we can continue on how we have been doing.
You had 8 players on the All-GLIAC team this year, and you were the GLIAC Coach of the Year. It was another fun year for you, Doc, and congratulations on the successful season.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching The Doug Wood Show this season, and thank you for watching Grand Valley Sports Network.